going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Saturday, the 24th of April, back for normal videos. Going to get you a recap of what we did for Friday, tell you what we've got going on for Saturday, and I'm going to get you a couple free plays. So first and foremost, if you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. That way you don't miss out on any of this content, but make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time we do a piece of content. You don't miss out on anything because we do post videos at different times, different days. There is no set time that we do this stuff. Hit the join button for channel memberships. We post members only free picks, things that sometimes just barely miss the cut of a premium play. And then at least twice a week, we give out free premium and or top plays just for those members. It's not something you can get unless you are a member. And we have been giving out at least 10 a week for the past couple of weeks, and we have been on an absolute tear. We went on a 13 play winning play run just last week, so it pays to be a member, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. You have no idea how much we appreciate it. Again, congrats to everyone that cashed in on Jerry's game of the month. He has a top play in soccer going Saturday morning. It's already posted. The majority of the card for Saturday is already posted. There's already a handful of MLB games up, 2 NBA plays, as well as 1 NHL pick. Now, there's still two MLB games that I'm looking into. There's not all the information that I want. There's a lot of bullpen information still in question, so I'm still kind of gathering information on those, waiting on things to be released. So if I were to release any more MLB, it would come in the mid to late afternoon hours of Saturday. More NHL is being looked at. Kind of the same thing goes there. And then there's still some NBA games, quite a few of them, the majority of them, that don't even have lines out yet. So, obviously can't do anything without a line. So a lot of that will still have to be worked on as far as Saturday. But for the majority of the card, we already have a big card, guys. Like I said, 2 NBA, 1 NHL, 2 soccer, 1 being a top play, and a handful of MLB is already posted for Saturday. For everybody that jumped on our $25 Friday day pass that gave you all the plays that we put out, congratulations. Another incredible day that you got, only losing 1 play. And truth be told, the game was a lot closer than the score shows. I mean, it was top of the ninth before they gave it up. So we'll do a recap on that. But if you'd like Saturday's day card to get all the plays that we have for Saturday, do the same thing, $25. Go to ChaseWins.com, go to the purchase tab. It's the first thing up there, Super Saturday, $25 day pass. And like we say on everything, at the time you purchase, obviously the earlier you purchase, the better. But because we do release a high volume of plays, obviously if you purchase later in the evening and you were to only get 1 play, or you miss the plays, we'll extend you to the next day, obviously. But as long as you're getting a handful of plays or all the plays, we'll be able to timestamp when you purchase versus all the plays that you're able to play based on that time. And if you do not have a winning day based on that, we extend you until you do. So you will turn a profit, as we always guarantee. But keep in mind, don't just wait until 7 o'clock and then say, oh, I wasn't able to do this and this and this. Everything's timestamped, so we can see what time you purchased, what time you viewed the plays, and we know how much time you have, so we'll know what you had time to wager and not wager. That will go off of how many plays you got to play, what the record is based on those. But make sure you get on early. Get on this as soon as you're seeing the video. That way you can get all the plays. And if you miss 1 or 2, you'll still have tons more to play. And turn a huge profit for Saturday. So let's tell you about what we did for Friday. 6 plays that I released on Friday. 2 of them in the NBA. 1 of them I gave you for free, which was the Charlotte Hornets. I gave it to you on the money line at minus $1.25. I told you if you had to lay the 1.5 or some places 2, whatever, I was okay with it because I thought they would win the game by 10 or more. They could have won it by 10. Obviously, in the later goings, they had to really slow it down. They missed a couple of poor free throws, which just would have extended the lead. Either way, it was a pretty easy win for them. I had some people send me an email about halftime and go, well, this is a loss. I'm like, have you watched any NBA game this year? Have you not seen that over 97% of NBA plays? Here's a fun fact for you. 97% of wins. Go to any game you want to and look at a team that has won. Let's use the 76ers, for example. Go back and look at every win the 76ers have, and over 90% of the wins they were trailing at the half. That's how the NBA goes. It's been like that for a decade or more. The NBA is a joke. It really is, because the fact that you can score, go on a 30-point run and not be touched just shows that there is no defense. But when you know how to work around that and cap it, you can make a lot of money at it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about what I think about the NBA. I've been asked to touch on the LeBron James situation. Everybody knows how I feel about him. I think he's a pathetic, scum of the earth human being. That's what I think. I used to have a lot of respect for the guy, and it has dwindled down to nothing over the past year. And I said on video the other day, I still respected him as a ball player. I just know that, when he comes out and goes, "Oh, I'm speaking from an educated point." No, that's the exact opposite of what you do. You never speak from an educated mind. You've ruined your league. Now the Red Sox, in their wokeness, allowed you to buy into their franchise because they own the media rights to you, and they have since you've been a rookie. Now you're going to try to ruin my sport. You're going to try to ruin my beloved sport. I hate LeBron James. I really do. I wish the NBA would get rid of him. Now Laker fans who are die-hard, lifelong Laker fans, this is the most storied franchise, maybe outside of the Boston Celtics. Maybe some people would consider it more than the Boston Celtics. It's one of the two most storied teams in the history of the National Basketball Association. Laker fans don't even want him. He's a cancer. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, Charlotte Hornets winner. Congratulations on everybody. I did release one more NBA play, and it was the Golden State Warriors. We took them plus the points. They some people got it at 2.5. We got it at 3.5 or 3. So whatever you got it at, anywhere between 2.5, 3.5, that was an easy win. They not only won the game, they won it in dominant fashion. It was really never in doubt. So congratulations, a nice underdog winner there, and a 2-0 sweep in the NBA. Moving over to the MLB. I released 4 plays. The only loss that we took was the Dodgers. We did take them on the money line. And truth be told, I think the Dodgers played a better game outside of 2 innings. They had 1 inning that committed an error that allowed San Diego to put a couple of runs up. So, late in the game, or later in the game, they went down 3-1. And truth be told, I really, really, truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe that had they kept the score going into the bottom of the 9th, I really think they could have done some damage. But they made a terrible pitching change. A terrible pitching change. They should have never, ever, ever changed their pitcher. And that blew the doors wide open. 2 bad at-bats created the floodgates to open. So when you look at the score, it looks like San Diego beat the piss out of them. They didn't. It was 1 bad half inning when the game was all but over. So minus 140 there, we did drop that one, but we get into the other ones. New York Mets, money line, easy winner, 6-0. Took the Kansas City Royals plus $1.10, $1.11 is actually the exact number we got it at, but plus $1.10 underdog. They were an outright easy winner. They were up 6-0 for a good portion of the game. I think they ended up winning 6-2. Took the Oakland Athletics minus $1.30 on the money line. Another easy winner. They about gave it up, but I've got to hand. There's not a team in baseball all around, offensively, defensively, bullpen, everything. When you roll in everything, the Oakland's playing just as good, if not better, than anybody in baseball right now. Over the past 7 days, I gotta say, the best all-around baseball I've seen is out of Oakland. And they had 1 poor half inning. They had the bases loaded with nobody out, and they got out of the inning with only 1 run. So that blew their shutout. Otherwise, they probably would have won 3-0, but they won 3-1. So we didn't get to sweep today in the MLB, but we did go 3-1, and then we went 2-0 in the NBA. So congratulations, 5 in 1 day, $25. What more can you ask for, guys? I mean, seriously. Fantastic day. Congratulations to everyone. If you want those same results, we didn't have a top play today, all premium plays. Like I said, there is a top play in soccer that Jerry has released for tomorrow morning. I am looking at a potential top play, but all of mine are premium at this point. Definite top play for Sunday if everything keeps going the way that it's going. And like I said, we've got 2 big game of the week / game of the month. We've already got circled. They're a couple of days out, but we'll just see what happens. Hopefully, we'll be able to have our first Major League Baseball game of the week to release here very soon. But anyway, Get on the Saturday day pass, $25, or if you want a better bang for your buck, you can do a 3-day all sports pass for 50, 7 days for 99, or you can even do $3.99 for 30 days. So keep that in the back of your mind. If you buy a 7-day or 30-day pass, I will give you Patrick's NASCAR Talladega card for Sunday absolutely free. That's a $50 value in itself. Talladega is one of his favorite and best tracks, so he's excited for that to come up Sunday. We have cashed in over 23 units of profit in the last 3 races alone, so it's going to be a big Sunday, guys. But anyway, that's what we've got going on. Make sure that you do join us on Saturday for a big day. Let's get on a couple of free plays. I'm going to give you one, and then I'm going to give you a second one that I want you to look at, because depending on what time you watch this video, you may or may not get this line, because I know for a fact it's going to change. First one, Utah Jazz. They're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves at home. Both teams have had a couple of days off. Jazz laying 12.5. Pretty simple. I'm going to lay it with the Jazz. And here's the reason why. Not only are they the better team by and large to Minnesota, not only are they leading the Western Conference right now, so that's another big deal. Not only are they at home in elevation, which is going to make it even more into their favor, plus they are rested. This is a team that is not naive to what's getting ready to happen within the Western Conference. As you near towards the end of the season, you're going to see the Clippers pick it up. They're going to start winning more games. It's just a fact. Kawhi, he's going to start playing, because he's pretty much MIA for half the season at least, because he needs to rest. And then, of course, you're going to have LeBron and AD come back. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not this time off for Anthony Davis is going to hurt him in the postseason because he's going to come in rusty. I don't think it will. Again, it's the NBA we're talking about. LeBron, I couldn't give a shit if he ever walked onto a basketball court again. I think that his name, King James, I think it should be stripped of him. I think the NBA should just cut all ties with him. Nobody wants to see LeBron anymore. But it doesn't change the fact of how talented he is as a basketball player. And right now, he's got a shitstorm coming at him. I don't know any person with a working brain that agrees with what he did, or really what he's done over the last year. That's going to add fuel to that man's fire. So don't get it twisted who the most dominant player in basketball is going to be when he returns, and it's going to be him. Period. Sorry, I hate it, but it's the way it's going to be. The only people that you're going to see up there in that tier, Luka Doncic, Giannis, I still think Curry's got the MVP chance because he's just such a fan favorite. It's hard that even if somebody did outdo him a little bit, it's hard to take it away from him, man. And I like Curry, I really do. But it's going to be LeBron. So the Jazz, who have the lead, who have the Western Conference, they need to build and progress on that. They need to do as much as they can do before the Lakers are back to full strength and before it comes real time, crunch time, playoff time. They want to be in the best spot possible. And the only way you can do that is by continuing to add on the wins. So when you get a team like the Timberwolves, or if you're playing a team like Sacramento, somebody in the Western Conference, or even if you're playing out of conference somewhere in the East, take advantage of these lesser teams, put them away, don't toy around with them. That's one thing that Utah doesn't do, kind of like the Hornets. If they can win the game, they're going to win the game. They're not going to be up by 20 going into the fourth and kick back and just hope for the best. They're going to get up by 30. And they'll get up by 40. They're going to run you until there's just not enough time left. So I do believe that with the Jazz knowing what they have to do before the Lakers get back healthy, they are the reigning champs. They probably got the best chance of winning it all again. I mean, like I told you before the season started, the one preseason wager that I made before any of the other ones. Now, obviously, the people who got my NBA futures, you know what we did as far as futures bets. Those still hold strong and they're still going the way they need to. But the first wager we made was for the Lakers to repeat because it's hard to beat AD and LeBron. I would love nothing more than to see LeBron get the shit kicked out of him and not make it past the opening round. But let's be real. Who's the best chance at winning it all? It's LeBron and AD. Brooklyn ain't got a prayer. Nobody with James Harden or Kyrie Irving has a prayer. James Harden, don't even get me started on that lazy son of a bitch. And Kyrie Irving, he's little LeBron. So anyway, Utah knows what they have to do. They are mentally there. That's why I'm okay laying 12 and a half, which is big for the NBA. I think the number is a tad bit inflated. I think that the accurate number is 10 and a half, but I think based on what's happened, based on what the Jazz usually do, this number could be 16 and still be somewhat justified. I'm going to lay the 12 and a half premium play on the card. Enjoy it. Skipping over to the MLB. Right now, two pitchers are lined up for Cubs Brewers. The Cubs are going to change their pitcher. Period. I don't care what anybody says. There's no way they are not going to change a pitcher and let somebody go in with 2.5 days, not even 3 days of rest, who also in that 3-day period went in a middle reliever position to help save a game and pitched 2.25 innings. So this is my thing. Now, as of right now, just before midnight or just after midnight, what we've got is, and I'm going to see if they've changed it yet. No, it's still the same. Everything's still the same. Peralta's still scheduled for Milwaukee. I think that will stay the same. Even if it doesn't, I don't care. Because what is going to change is this bullpen rotation that Milwaukee's got set up will not stay the same. Peralta has not pitched leading that bullpen session off at all this year. It's too early in the season for them to change bullpen rotation, especially when you're a team that's 11-8 overall and still right there in the race of your division. You're not going to change it. So the bullpen's going to change, and I think it's going to change to our favor. Peralta will probably stay the same. But Alzolay is going to pitch for the Cubs tomorrow. If he doesn't, it'll be a bullpen day. They're not going to run a bullpen day on a Saturday when their bullpen, they want to save for Sunday. The best bullpen numbers in baseball are with the Chicago Cubs. Hell, the best offense right now, the best bats over the past 3 days have been the Cubs. Can't argue that. They're not the best offense in baseball, but the best bullpen numbers from day one to now overall are the Cubs. And trust me, I love saying it. It's not sustainable, not for them, but I'm happy to admit it because that's my team and you guys know it. Alzolay going in, he's got about a 5.9 to 6 ERA, depending on which way you want to look at it. I do my ERAs a little bit differently. Peralta, I think he's going to stay. He's got about a 2 ERA, but I think right now with the Cubs clicking on all cylinders, they're getting more aggressive at the plate as each day goes by because they're building that confidence. Baez swinging like hell, Rizzo swinging the bat well, Bryant seeing the ball well. I mean, I just don't see a world where Peralta, as good as he's been, the fact of the matter is he's only pitched 18 innings. They're going to get to him. And I don't think he goes past 5. And their bullpen has really struggled with Milwaukee, even though talent-wise they have the best bullpen in the National League Central, in my opinion. So I think the bullpen, where they're at right now, slightly depleted. I don't know why they even used it on Friday, considering they were down by goddamn 15 runs. But nevertheless, the Cubs are going to get to them. They're going to put up some runs. Right now, this total's at 7.5. When this pitching change comes down, it's going to go up to 8 immediately. I see it getting, depending on what numbers come in, because people are going to be taking the over because of what's happened the past 3 days at Wrigley, and people get it in their head that what has happened will continue to happen, even though, if you know anything about baseball, trends mean nothing, and they will kill you. Do not follow trends. They will kick your ass. But people are going to do it, which means that if it shoots up to 8, the numbers are going to push it up to 8.5. If it goes to 8.5, the numbers are going to shoot it up to 9. The pitching will change. That's who I believe will go in. But if you are looking at this, we have already locked it in at 7.5. We did not mark starting pitchers. for that reason, because of obviously it would null and void the bet. If you're looking at this and you're getting it at 8, I'm okay with it. If you're getting it at 8.5, I'm okay with it. But you need to lower your bet. 7.5 premium, anything higher is a lean. Do not under any circumstances go above 8.5. Your choice what to do, but 7.5 as of right now. If it's still there while you're seeing this, that's what we released on the card about 30 minutes ago. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to ride it out. Obviously, if you're seeing this and it's already at 8, or the pitching change has already taken place, or whatever, you can lay it, lower your wager, or you can lay off the game altogether just to be safe. That's why I'm not giving that out as an official free play, because by the time you see this, by the time it loads, that pitching change could have already taken place. But official free play, Jazz minus 12.5. And then obviously if you're getting the Cubs before that change takes place at 7.5 or 8, go over the total runs. And have a nice day, guys. Go jump on the day pass. I can't wait to see you there. We're gonna have a huge Saturday and get geared up for an even bigger Sunday. And we want you in the winner's circle with us. Love you guys. See you next time.